Ladies and gentlemen, what in the world is going on? Today we're talking about elephant money. It looks like there's been an exploit. This is not a joke. One long red candle down. Over 80, 85, 86% of its value lost. The token, elephant token's value lost in one big red candle. What does that mean for me? It means I lost about 90% of my value that I had in this project. And unfortunately, this is all too often occurs in decentralized finance. It's where we're at. It's what happens in this space. One of the investment strategies that I have is I diversify with a very specific system, meaning that if any one project goes down for any reason, either it just doesn't perform well, it gets exploited, it gets rugged. It's not like it wipes out my entire portfolio. It is a portion of the portfolio. But we hate to see stuff like this happen. However, at the same time, we make significant, ridiculous gains. I mean, it's these cottage type projects that can get you rugged. And quite honestly, most people cannot stomach the risk that exists in this space. But at the same time, the rewards are we end up in projects that do 5x, 10x. I saw where some guy just turned 3,000 into 300,000. I have a personal buddy of mine who took about $1,500 and turned it into $120,000. That kind of stuff can happen in this space because we're talking about some of the small cap, what I call cottage type crypto projects. So there's one or two main devs. But at the same time, we end up with tremendous risk like right here. So I was actually preparing for another video and I just took a break for a moment and I logged in. I was like, let's check out some of my investments. I logged over on Elephant because I literally made a buy. I think it was either this morning or maybe it was yesterday morning. I think it was this morning that I made a purchase. And then I saw this. And of course, I thought there might have been a glitch in the chart because sometimes that happens. I thought maybe there was a glitch in the chart. And I come over here and I got to look and the chart looked all weird. And I was like, what? This don't look right. So I zoomed out. And as soon as I started seeing this pattern sort of kind of come together right here, I thought, oh, wow, that's not a glitch. So what happened? Well, according to the developer, we will go ahead and look at what he said, his official response. And shout out to John in our Telegram group. He basically forwarded this from the developer. And he said, we're investigating a coordinated exploit by several bad actors in the space against the herd. I guess this play on words. This guy's always marketing, by the way. I guess we're all part of the herd because we're elephants. Before we get into the details, just know that the quality of your enemies will improve with success. Again, great marketing, I guess, but let's get to what he said happened. To start with, we have not been administratively hacked and nothing has changed on the network from a contract perspective. In other words, this hasn't been done on the inside and the actual contract itself is intact. There wasn't a bug in the contract. But he goes on to say, please reference the past activity of the Elephant deployer to confirm. Basically saying go check it on the blockchain yourself. Several smart contracts and resources were used to create an automated attack against the Elephant treasury. We are currently investigating the specific transaction and attack vectors used to remedy the situation in the short term. This sounds like to me it was some sort of a flash loan attack on the Elephant treasury. I believe he's talking about primarily what pays out the trunk token here. In Stampede, I believe that's what he's referring to. The actions we are taking now, we are pausing the reserve, which will disable Stampede, and minting redeeming of trunk. We are working with our partners at Certic and Insurace to investigate this attack. Action you should take: do not sell, do not answer DMs. This is very important. You will get a lot of direct messages when there's an exploit like this. Always, always, always never respond to direct messages on Telegram or Discord groups. Never, never, never. Ladies and gentlemen, be careful what you respond to in Discord and Telegrams, especially in times like this. Anytime there's a token launching, you'll get some spam type DMs telling you, hey, token just launched, go here. And you go there and you end up buying the wrong token. But it can happen to all of us. You just have to be careful. Your funds are safe. See, I don't know what that means. I don't know how safe the funds are. Maybe in Stampede, but if you were holding the Elephant token like I was, you just got crushed. The base layer of the Elephant Money platform is secure and has stood up to this challenge. The exploit of the reserve will be addressed and we'll move on. Okay. What does that actually mean? I can't tell you. For all future communication, go here. They basically have stopped or paused the main Telegram group, probably because a lot of people are complaining and a lot of negativity, as could be expected. Here's the thing: there's still a lot of liquidity available on PancakeSwap. Where did I see that at? I was looking at the Certic audit. If you scroll down here, where's it at? Right here. There's $39 million worth still of liquidity on PancakeSwap for the WBNB and Elephant pair, and then $32 million for the BUSD and Elephant pair. So the liquidity is still there. People are still able to buy and sell and whatnot. Not certain who wants to do that. People are like, oh, but it was audited. It should have been fine. It was audited. Okay. Elephant Money is a building and staking platform. This is what I'm always concerned about. Anytime I see a mintable and burnable token, when it's mintable, it means there can be any amount of supply created. I'm not saying this is what's happened. I don't know exactly how the exploit occurred. But a lot of people were saying things like, oh, but it was audited. It was audited. Yes, but inside the parameters of an audit, inside the parameters of a smart contract, some exploits can still occur. So we're always taking some smart contract risk. Now, was this an inside job? I don't know. But I'm not going to say it was. But I'm also not going to say it wasn't. I don't care what the dev says. I can't prove it either way. That's crypto. It's trustless. Sometimes you got to figure out if trustless means it's not trustworthy or not. This developer has had other projects that got exploited, and some people feel like he's to blame for that. And I don't know whether he is or isn't. This is just unfortunately a risk that we take. Now, going from here, the developer is saying don't sell, but like, how do you not sell at this point? Like it's hard to say what to do. Now, there's been some buys here. The buys have probably happened after that message came out. Developer, bank teller himself. Now, here's a problem with the buys. I mean, this is the ultimate degen move because at this point, if it goes back up, if it does recover, and projects, very few, have recovered for something like this. But the projects that have recovered, some of them have went on to do just fine. If that happens for the people who bought in right now, then they'll do just great. But if not, a lot of people are just buying dead tokens. I mean, right now the token's not dead. We know that. He said it's not dead yet. It's hard to say what happens. But if you're still playing this game, congratulations. You are one of the most degen, high-risk, and I don't mean degen as in bad. You're just one of the more high-risk people in all of crypto if you're willing to buy on the bottom at this point. We just have to wait and see what happens with the developers, what they're going to say about this in the end. So far, I've taken a massive L on this one. But it's okay. It's one of several. You guys see my monthly income reports. I'm in anywhere from 8 to 10 different projects that are passive income projects, never mind the other longer term holds that I have as well. So it's not like any one exploit or any 2 or 3 exploits at any given time are going to hurt me. But at the same time, who wants to see that happen, right? Nobody. I just want to see something in a minute. How big is this move here? From about 41 to 50. That's a significant move. That's crazy. We were down, I want to say we were down over 90%. So that if that's true, that's a significant move right here that's happened to the upside. Who knows how far it goes, and who knows if people keep buying, and who knows if this token ever actually recovers. Literally, the project may be totally dead right now. So will the project recover? I do not know. I would say the odds are stacked against them that they will. At this point, it may be a total loss. Some people are still buying, hoping that it recovers. You can see these buys happening here. If you zoom in, it kind of looks like there's been a lot of buys. But it doesn't mean the project is going to recover at all. Anytime you see a token dump like this, I don't care. I mean, I don't care if the developer says, hey, this token, we're going to kill it, and we're going to take a snapshot, and we're going to give you some other tokens here in the place of that token. There's always somebody willing to buy the token at the bottom just in case. So there are people buying, and maybe this recovers. I mean, it is possible. Projects have recovered specifically because the dev hasn't yet said it's been dead, but it doesn't mean that he doesn't come back later and say, yeah, okay, we're going to have to relaunch this contract, rebuild from there if that even happens, if it's even possible. Let me know in the comments. You think Elephant recovers, or is it dead? Thank you so much for watching. Decentralized cryptocurrency equals freedom. This is Crypto Wealth. I'm out.